I don't know whether he will be he will be displayed on my screen here, but we saw some protests in Mombasa. What is the situation like today?
Well, indeed, that's very true, Olive. We are live from Shimanzi area, and what we have observed so far from our morning patrol is that there's a general sense of calm across Mombasa, especially from the central business district where we're coming from. And right now, where we are right now is one of the key areas connecting Jomvu and Changamwe constituencies to the central business district. And what I can see, this is one of the key areas where police have mounted a roadblock to just block protesters coming from those two constituencies that I've just mentioned. And I can see anti-riot police there just checking on the public transport vehicles and other modes of transportation coming to the CBD. I saw one of them just actually peeping through the vehicles to see who are the people inside that vehicle. I believe they are acting on intelligence, because early this morning, we got reports that there were pockets of groups gathering in Bangladesh area that is within the Jomvu constituency, and those are the key areas where such kind of demonstrations have been rocking. Those are the areas where you'll find most of the protesters are in support of their Azimio leader Umoja One Kenya Raila Odinga. And what police are actually doing is that they've mounted this particular roadblocks. There was one early this morning on Nyali Bridge, and I understand they've moved it all the way to past Bombolulu, exactly to be specific, at the customs area, and they'll be monitoring the happenings from Shanzu, because as at yesterday we got information that leaders from this region, the county of Mombasa, will be gathering from Shanzu and marching towards the CBD. So that particular roadblock there will be able to address any security challenges and protesters coming from that particular area. As at now, Olive, what we understand is that the opposition leaders from the county of Mombasa are currently held up in a meeting. We don't know where. We've been trying to reach some of them, but they have not been picking our phone calls. But we also gathered that civil society organizations will be staging their demonstration from the central business district at GPO. We just got past there a couple of minutes ago, and there was nothing happening. The public transport vehicles are operating as usual, and what we understand is that there are a couple of meetings happening from different parts. Remember, this county of Mombasa has been one of the key areas to watch out, especially security officers mapping out the key hotspots for demonstrations. That is advised also by what happened last week during the Maandamano. Remember that here we have 5 constituencies being led by the ODM leaders. Those are the constituencies of Likoni, Changamwe, Jomvu, Kisauni and Mvita. All these leaders are currently within Mombasa CBD, and we are informed that they've been having several meetings to ensure that they partake this time to be part of this Maandamano from Wednesday today all through to Friday. So we're trying to just monitor the specs on how they're going to deploy, because I understand the leaders have organized themselves in splitter groups to ensure that they'd be able to cover several places all the way from Kisauni, Mikindani, trying to converge their supporters in the CBD. But as at now, there's a general sense of calm. Olive, you can see vehicles operating, but police are on standby in each and every corner of this coastal city of Mombasa. Also, I believe they're also trying to gather the intelligence on what is happening, especially from various spots where they had mapped yesterday as potential places where they're expecting demonstrations, anti-government demonstrations to rock from this side of the country. But from Nation Media Group also, Olive, we have a splitter group also. Our colleagues are monitoring the other sides of Changamwe, and I just spoke to them a couple of minutes ago. Apart from what they saw, the confusion in the morning, there were some school kids trying to come to school, but they had to be turned away. I believe they were not aware of the government's directive yesterday to suspend learning today, Wednesday, because of the Maandamano. And of course, also we've had a couple of parents taking concern with the issue, withdrawing their kids altogether, even from the CBD. A couple of people are just only coming in, going about their daily duties. I can see just one person here. Let me just try and quickly grab him to just understand if he's aware of what's happening today. Ukianza kwa majina wetu nani?
Mimi ninaitwa Maurice Ogutu Keno.
Maurice, naona uko kwa pilika zako. Je, wajua kinachoendelea leo?
Ile inaendelea, tuko na mgomo hapa, maandamano kubwa hapa Mombasa. Sasa mahali tulikuwa tuanze hapa Kibarani ndio wamesoea. Sasa inabidi tubadilishe njia ya kubambana nao mpaka tufike town.
So mbinu ni ipi sasa?
Mbinu kwamba tutafika, kama ni matatu tutafika, kwa sababu sasa hivi wanaangalia malori kama imebeba vitu kitu kama hali yao. Sasa tumebadilisha njia, tutaingia na matatu tuanze maandamano huko town.
Kwa hivyo unasema kuna idadi ya watu ambao wanatokezea maeneo ya Kibarani?
Maeneo ya Kibarani walikuwa wafunge huko, wengine wafanye maandamano huko, ndio watakuja huku kama saa 3 saa 4 kuelekea saa 5.
Kwa hivyo uelekea mjini saa hizi?
Naelekea mjini.
Pengine unaweza tuelezea, utufahamisha ni kipi ambacho kinaendelea, umepata duru ama pengine habari zote ambazo pengine mmeambiwa mkutane wapi?
Leo tunaenda kukutana GPO na kina governor. Ndiye tuanze pia na huko, lakini tulikuwa tunaanza kwa mtaani, kwa sub county, ndiye tunaelekea town.
Asante. Shukran Olive. That is just one of the locals coming through that Makupa Causeway. That is a bridge, the newly constructed bridge, and the only bridge and access road connecting residents from Jomvu and Segamu constituencies to the CBD. This gentleman is coming from that direction, and they're telling me that police are already there and they're manning the situation. That's why you'll find some of them walking through that bridge, trying to access the CBD, and he's saying that they have been told to converge at the GPO for the protest. So Olive, we are monitoring the situation from here. We'll be going back to the Central Business District, and of course also speaking to our sources, police officers, try and understand exactly where this protest will begin today. And just keep it at NTV, and we'll ensure we'll give you around 360 coverage of what will be happening regarding the Maandamano Wednesday. Back to you, Olive.
All right. Thank you for that update, Kevin Mutai, the gentleman you interviewed there. Just